What's poppin', everybody? This is Bullfighter 4. Today we're going to be showcasing some matches with ancient gears, antique gears in action. Believe it or not, this might sound crazy from a D hero guy, but ancient gears have always been on par with me when it comes to my favorite archetypes, just over there with the D heroes ever since I was a little kid. But anyway, looks like my opponent is playing Eldritch. Been having some really good success against Eldritch with the Ancient Gears. But I mean, of course, it all depends on what your opponent gets and you get too. This is how Yu-Gi-Oh is. Sad but true. So with Eldritch, I mean, obviously their biggest problem is probably going to be their traps, like the solemn counter traps and skill drain. But if they don't have those and they can't stun what I'm going to do, if I confuse, like with Power Bond in this case, then it's going to give them a lot of trouble. So use MST. He's going to chain the little trap card there of the Golden Land. But, I mean, it's not really going to make much difference. I don't know why they did this, the new rule where the continuous traps, the traps that can become monsters just aren't treated, or that they just are treated as trap cards, but you don't have to take space on the spell and trap card. So I mean, it just makes things weird. But anyway, I decided to just play Waboku and just leave it like that. Just let him summon all of his dudes so that I can get more value with Raigeki, since I wasn't gonna get the plus with the Raigeki with the dude that can make himself immune to destruction for a turn. So since I have Waboku, I thought, hey, you know what? Let's just go ahead and do this, and did not summon Wyvern. So kind of paid off. He actually summoned all of the dudes down. So gonna use Solemn Judgment, I guess, to negate my spell. But that's good because now I can use Power Bond. If I did this on the previous turn, well, he didn't have it, but I just decided to get the max value with Waboku, just sort of lure him in to summon more monsters. And it did kind of work out, you could say. So he's gonna play the Elixir of Scarlet, whatever. Gonna set the counter trap over there, but it's not really gonna help you. I popped my dude, but the whole point was to just search more Ancient Gear monsters, get Ancient Gear box, and with its effect, I can get an additional search. So now Power Bond, gonna summon the ultimate Ancient Gear Golem because I can just finish him off with one attack. I mean, you lost 4,000 with Solemn Judgment. I didn't even need to go to the other guys. So Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem, and it did the trick. Pretty good, simple match. With the Ancient Gears, either you're gonna win super fast, or your opponent is just gonna kill you super fast. I mean, you could have a grind game with some of the cards like the Ancient Gear Reborn, and some of the other monsters like Wyvern getting you pluses. But hopefully you can kill your opponent quickly like I do. That's the point with these Ancient Gear decks, the way I see them anyway, with the new cards. Okay, so we're going to do Polymerization and go for the Megalon Golem, one of the newer cards. My opponent going to go with Torrential Tribute. I mean, I kind of just, fell for that, but it's a good thing the cards float. So double trap card action. God damn. I mean, we're going to have to deplete all of our resources here. So revive Megalon Golem once again and go for that big attack. But I mean, it's a bit sad with Torrential Tribute, but it's that one card. It can't come up. You got to be prepared for it. So this guy is also playing Eldritch, and I guess at the very least, with my Ancient Gears floating a little bit, they did eat up the trap cards a bit well. So now he's gonna send my dude in the graveyard with the Golden Lord, and I think I won't be able to get the plus with that guy's effect. Yeah, it just, the dude sends to the graveyard, or I think Ancient Gear Megalon Golem missed the timing. I mean, it's a bit annoying, but it is what it is. So I am left with nothing here, and this is the biggest fear when playing in Ancient Gears. If you do all your shit and it fails, you're left with no hand. So he's even gonna go Solemn Judgment on my ass against the trade-in, so maximum minus. You have to discard. I mean, with trade-in and D-draw and those types of cards, it's just really annoying now with Ash Blossom that's even worse because it's just a 1-for-1 for them, but you pay the cost, so you lose more. So thankfully, Ancient Gear Reborn saved my ass here. And if it wasn't for this card, I was definitely going to lose. So now that we get Megalon Golem again, he's searching the counter trap. I think that's the counter trap for the Eldritch. But at least, now that I got this guy, maybe if he kills him, I will be able to float a little bit as some of the other Golem. So we're still in the game, and he doesn't have a lot of life points thanks to Solemn and my first attack. So he's grabbing Solemn Strike too, or Solemn Notice as the original name was. But, I mean, those cards just can't really stop me. I'm just gonna attack. You won't be able to activate traps and shit. So 1000 LP, and I could have set the box for additional defense. I didn't do that. Regret it a little bit, but still haven't lost yet. So he's gonna go for the pot of whatever, it's not Pot of Desires, pot of, I don't have a clue. The one that just, you banish cards from the extra deck. So he summons the dude, kills me by battle, so I won't get the effect. It's a bit annoying with making a Golem, but I can reuse the trap card. I don't know if he realized that. Just some of these meta players just don't know what some of these other cards do, like the Ancient Gears from the Arc 5 era, these new cards. So I'm even going to go for another Ancient Gear fusion with the Ancient Gear dog there, Hound, but he surrendered. It says connection failed, but I'm sure he surrendered. I kind of can't believe it that an Eldritch dude would lose to Ancient Gears. Well, you got to read the cards, dude. Know what you're doing. So we're playing against some dude that played Breaker and set a bunch of cards. Like this is 2003. Gonna play the Duster. I mean, it was bad of him to set all those cards without any protection. So gonna go for Ancient Gear Hound Fusion and go for Megalon Golem. So gonna be able to get a nice attack here while we have this big guy. And set the Ancient Gear Reborn to keep the Waboku in hand for now. So he's gonna go for the Lightning Strike, Lightning Storm, whatever attack. But thankfully, thanks to Megalon's effect, I get the ultimate Ancient Gear Golem, so I'm still good. And we got the Ancient Gear Workshop. This is a nice card in Ancient Gears because if you can get the Ancient Gear box, it gives you that additional plus, that extra search. And this deck needs all the card advantage generated it can get. So I'm actually going to discard Waboku, get the Ancient Gear Fusion, and let's attack first. Get all this damage. Wow, but Blade Knight too. Man, this guy is running like Goat format shit with Lightning Storm thrown in there. But anyway, we're going to go to Howitzer right now. Pretty sweet fusion card for me for the Ancient Gears. I really like it. That is just a cheap fusion summon. You can do tricks like these. So poke him for 1000 direct damage, and I just get the game like that. Okay, so this wasn't, very impressive. But we're going to go to game 4 right now. And let's see what this guy has for us. He's going to play first, and he's going to go for Pot of Desires, or Pot of... what was the Japanese name? I think I liked it better. Pot of... I can't remember. But it got banned in the TCG. The card is banned. I mean, if they were going to ban that card, they should have banned the other one too. That just lets you banish cards from the extra deck and you draw 2 cards. Because it's just going to get banned eventually too. The other one is just going to get banned eventually too. It's just when they print some cards, I just know that, okay, this card is not going to last forever. It's the type of card that it's not going to last forever. I remember this with Lavabo Chain when it first came out. I remember this with a lot of cards. They just print them, and you just know, like if you have a little bit of experience and foresight, a card like this someday, somehow is going to get banned. I mean, sometimes it's kind of crazy. The game becomes too crazy. You get cards that get banned you don't even expect. But cards like that, it's just an easy call for me. So anyway, due to Max C, I decided not to go for the fusion summon here. And this guy is running some shit that I don't really know much about. Uh, Whatever dudes. I think they're cybers, or maybe not, or just digital virtual world archetype, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, virtual world. All of these confusing ass cards. So he's gonna summon this Vermilion Synchro dude, which is a card that I would like to craft. It's a decent little generic synchro. I'm gonna go for Ancient Gear Reborn now. Revive my dude, so at least I'll be able to have a little bit of defense since he was gonna pop my shit anyway. And I'm not looking too hot, to be honest. This is a type of matchup that if our big sort of power bond OTK doesn't work or we can't do it, we're probably not winning the game. But let's see what happens. I still have a few cards I can use. So hitting me for a lot of damage. So if I do use like power bond, I have to win right now. So Ancient Gear Workshop, I'm gonna get the Hound once again. We have one play here, and it's just gonna have to work. He's gonna go for Maxi once again. God damn, fucking Maxi. But anyway, so here goes. This time I gotta summon. Go for the Megadon Golem. Let's hope I can hit him for some damage. Kill the Synchro, because that's the bigger threat. And set the Waboku. That's gonna be it for this turn. So hopefully he can't get over my dude easily. Or if he does, Ultimate Yugioh Golem can survive. But he's doing some shit here with the cards that, you know, it's just by the time you check the first one, try and read the first one, another one gets played down. But he's going for an extra deck play here. It's the Phantom Knights Popper dude. I know this card. It was around from back in my time. Good little generic rank 3, I guess, when you want to pop cards and sort of sacrifice. You need to sacrifice himself, I think, or just another card. But I changed Waboku, so that's good. I thought he was going to kill the Golem, but guess not. He's probably going to try and get over him in a way that I can't summon the ultimate Yugioh Golem. So let's see what he does. I wish there was just a better... the dude had an even better floating effect since you go through the trouble to summon him, but you know, it is strong enough. And it's going to go for Ptolemy M7, so that's going to do it actually. So put me in the deck, and I got safe because of Waboku, but we don't have any cards in hand. He was basically just going to win if he just left the dudes there, but he decided to go to this other rank dude, rank 12. And I top deck Wyvern. It's actually a good top deck, but just on its own, it's not going to help me. But he sent all of the cards in the graveyard with that guy's effect. I do not know why. And I'm just going to end the turn here. I mean, if I summon these dudes, I can't do shit, so I got to keep them in hand. But I don't know why he wanted to get rid of all of his cards just to kill the Wyvern. It's weird. I mean, if he summons a monster, I lose. But if he doesn't, then I might still have a shot because of his play. So he did summon a monster, but it has 0 attack and just high defense. So I survive with 700 life points. So I get my third Ancient Gear card, so now I can actually do something. Discard the dude, get Ancient Gear Fusion, and I'm gonna kill the dude, poke him for some damage with my small guy. And now, main phase 2, go to Ancient Gear Fusion. There's only one monster we can summon, but at least Howitzer, if he dies by battle, I'm gonna get me my big guy from the deck. So 1,000 damage, just put some more pressure, and before we know it, he's in the danger zone as well, kind of right now. So he's gonna attack my dude. He can't destroy him in any other way. And I get Wyvern again, get my double search. I could have grabbed like Reactor, but I just went with these guys instead. And he surrendered. Didn't really understand it, but I mean, he basically handed me the victory with his play there, just destroying all his own shit. But these were the matches, guys. Hope you enjoyed them. I will certainly post more with Ancient Gears. So subscribe to the channel, leave a like, share this video with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. What up?